All right, Vivian, I'm getting a little behind on this, but I need to look at your first program. I know I saw you figured out how to do idle for the second program because you gave me an idle file that was saved. So I know you figured that out. But I don't know that you've noticed that your programs don't run in idle. This is a different version of Python than what you learned on originally, and it isn't working. So let me pull up your 1.02 program, the first one you turned in, and let's look at that together. Here's the template for the 1.02 assignment, and it says use the pseudocode below to design a program that simulates a conversation with an online representative. So here's the provided pseudocode. We're supposed to write a program that does this. Start, ask what their name is, say hi using their name, tell them something you know about computational thinking or some other great programming idea to change the world, and then say bye. So let's look. I know you said you couldn't access Python, so you just typed your code in here. So I've got it right here. Let me highlight it. Copy. I'm going to put it in Python. Ready code things. I'm reading your questions here. Let's put it in a Python window here. So when I paste your code, here it is. Oh, the first thing I want to point out right there is where's that? Oh, use comments to have your name, date, and a description of the program. See an example below, like the first 3 lines: your name, the date you wrote the program, and what the program is. Program to simulate conversation. All you have is just my name, which is not your name. I would expect to see Vivian. I wouldn't expect to see my name. Um, and when we run this program, we get an error down here. This isn't working. No SRC for file, quote, line undefined, missing parentheses to call to print. In our version of Python, you don't put a print inside an input statement. Like if I take out this, don't put the print. Oh, I do want the quotes. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to put it down there. So, and I think the copied quotes gives a problem. Let me just type quotes in here because I think those quotes being copied from the Google Doc is a funny font. So, oh, do need to put a parentheses in front of there. Okay. So if I just put input, what is your name? When I run the program, oh, it's still got other errors. Hold on, we're gonna have other issues first. This is how you do that. You don't put a print inside an input statement. So let me see, where's it saying? Line 3. Oh, down here is invalid syntax. So print, hi, and name. If you're going to put those together, you have to put a plus sign in between them. So this says concatenate those two, print hi, and then the name after that. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay, see, now it says, what is your name? So I can say, my name's Bob. And then we run into another problem. Oh, let me put that print back in there to show you how the print doesn't work with, I took that out before it was even working because I had another error. See, when we do that, it just says none. It does the input, but it doesn't tell me what to input. I don't know what to put here. So this version of Python, you don't put the print in there because it's just blank. It just said none. So take out the print inside there. Input. Now here's the other problem. When I ran it and I said my name was Bob, it says invalid literal. You told this input statement was going to be an integer. This is not a number. This is not an integer. So that created an issue because it was looking for an integer, a number. So let's take that out. Now if we run it and say Bob, now it says what's today's date? 9/19/25. And that also gave an error because again, it was looking for an integer. An integer. I'd have to enter 9/19/25 without any slashes, or I couldn't. I certainly couldn't type September. So I don't think you're wanting an integer there. Name Bob, 9/19/25, and now it says the main is not fine. You ended the main function, which is great, but you forgot at the beginning. You have to define the main function, which means once you add the main function, because that's something else we should have in there, everything that's part of the main function has to be indented so it knows what the main function is. So now we've got a main function and it says, okay, I'm through writing my program. Go ahead and run the main function. Let's try it one more time. Bob 9/19/25. And it prints, hi, Bob 9/19/25. Probably want to put a space after the hi so it doesn't have Habab, the space after that. So that's what it took to make it work in Python idle. So when you can write it in however you learned in programming 1, but you need to make sure that you're using commands that work in our version. And you can refer to the lesson. You can refer to the reference section. Next to the idle button, there's a reference, which will also go through commands there. I have some videos in the Google Classroom at the very, very top up there, the how-to videos to help that. And you can always email me and say, hey, this command isn't working. How do I need to change it? And I'm happy to help with that. But the other thing I want to talk about is you said, hi, Bob, and today's date. The pseudocode said, ask what their name is, say hi. So you did that, but then you didn't do the rest of the pseudocode. This is what your program's supposed to do. Tell them something you know about computational thinking or some other great computational idea to change the world. Now, this was in the lesson where it talked about computational thinking. So, and then you didn't say bye. So this total part, you did something totally different. You said, what's the date, and printed the date. So make sure that you're following the instructions in the assignment, that you're doing what its instructions do. And this one was, here, we're giving you the pseudocode. You write the program. So, all right, I can grade this for what it is, but it's certainly not 100% because it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And it does have some errors, but that's because we haven't had this conversation. So I'm not as worried about that, but you didn't follow the instructions of the code. So you can redo it and resubmit. I'll go ahead and grade it for what it is right now, and you can redo that. And I'm going to go to the next program and just reopen it where you can resubmit it, because I know I saw in that. Well, I've got you here. Let's go ahead and pull that one up too. Yes, this was your other program. It also has the print statement inside the input, because I wanted to run that right off. It said none. I'm like, is this asking my name again? No. And it says nope, nope. So we got to take out that print statement inside there because it doesn't tell me what it is. Now I know it's asking what is your age, which would be an integer. So that is fine. Topic. So run program. What's your age? 58. Your age is 58, correct? Yes. And then this says none. I don't know what that is. So again, and these F statements don't always work right in our version of Python. It might be. It looks like I don't know. There was an error somewhere. Okay, the great printed. Good, good, good. I'm not sure if that was going to work. We'll see. If voting age is greater than 0, oh, you calculate 18 minus the voting age. Let me run this and just say my name is Fred. Freddie. Oh, it gave me a problem with Fred. Oh, that's because first thing was not my name. It's what's your age. I'm going to say I'm 13. But I'm saying, no, that's not right. It's 14. And then it says none. So I'm going to say question marks. Correct age is 14. And one of the reasons they're voting, that's all good stuff. Why is voting important to you? Oh, that's what the last one was asking. Why is voting important to you? I'm guessing. Where is that input? There's your age is correct. Oh, there it is. I got this print. Why is voting important to you? That was the one that I had no idea what it wanted. So I'm not sure. Again, at the top, you need those 3 comments with your name, date, purpose of program, and you need to define your main function. Just a few things in there, so that way you have your main at the bottom. You got to indent everything, and fix the errors where it will work here in idle. So, like I say, I'm going to return that one back to you. It's the one that's due this week, so I'm not even going to put a grade on that yet to let you have a chance to correct those things before I put a grade in. But I'll go back and put a grade in for the other one because it was past due and right now it's a 0. So what your grade is better than 0. But you can also uh, redo the previous one after we've had this conversation. So now you know what's working, what's not working. Apparently, you found how to get to idle, so that's good because you sent me the file this time. But you can submit that on the first one as well after you get those little items corrected. Get your name, date, purpose at the top, define main, all that good stuff. So if you got questions, let me know. I'll see you in class.